Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Good news regarding Lisandro Martinez's injury, and Pep Guardiola sends a pointed message to Rúben Amorim. For more on the story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Latest updates on Manchester United players' injuries. Manchester United are gearing up to face Chelsea at Old Trafford next weekend, but Rúben Amorim's squad continues to grapple with injuries to several key players. There's positive news regarding Lisandro Martinez, the tenacious Argentine defender sidelined since February with a serious ACL injury. Martinez has now returned to training, marking a significant step in his recovery. An ACL injury typically requires around 8 months to heal, and with this progress, there's hope he could be back on the pitch by October. However, Amorim is taking a cautious approach, noting that Martinez's return will depend on his physical condition and progress in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, following the match against Manchester City, Amorim revealed that Mason Mount and Diogo Dalot are ruled out due to injuries. He expressed uncertainty about the duration of their absence, but stressed the importance of having all players fit to compete at their best. Both Mount and Dalot are working diligently to recover and are hoped to be back in action for the Chelsea clash. Additionally, Amorim mentioned that Cunha was also absent for the City game, though specifics about his injury remain undisclosed. He noted that the team is managing their conditions day by day, with the players striving to return as soon as possible. Pep Guardiola sends sharp message to Ruben Amorim after thrashing United. Manchester United endured their worst start to a Premier League campaign since the 1992-1993 season, suffering a humiliating 3-0 defeat to Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. In the 197th Manchester derby, Ruben Amorim's side appeared utterly powerless against the hosts' dominance. This loss dealt a severe blow to Amorim, who recently took the helm at United, piling further pressure on the Portuguese manager. The match kicked off with a frenetic pace from the outset. Erling Haaland nearly opened the scoring for City, but his effort flashed narrowly wide of Altay Bayindir's goal. United responded with a strike from Benjamin Sesko, only for City's goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma, to make a sharp save. Both sides traded attacks, but City gradually seized control of the game. City showcased their trademark style, patiently threading short passes, which paid dividends in the first half. Jeremy Doku, a constant menace to United's backline, weaved past several defenders before delivering a pinpoint cross. Phil Foden met it with a powerful header that Bayindir could not stop, giving City a 1-0 lead. The scoreline held until the break. After the interval, City tightened their grip on the match. Erling Haaland shone brightly, netting the second goal in the 52nd minute with a sublime chip, once again capitalizing on a precise pass from Doku. United's defense struggled to cope with Doku's pace and creativity as he repeatedly tore their backline apart. United tried to rally, with Bryan Mbeumo unleashing a fierce volley, but Donnarumma's class shone through with a crucial save. Any hopes United had of clawing their way back were extinguished when Haaland scored his second and City's third in the 68th minute, latching onto a precise pass from Bernardo Silva to seal the 3-0 rout. After the match, Manchester City's manager, Pep Guardiola, praised his team's performance and delivered a pointed message to Rúben Amorim. "Our players performed really well. We deserve the victory. The energy was great, the players were proud, and they wanted to do better on this important day. We saw our fans so happy, and that's our goal." Then, with a slight smile, he took a jab at Amorim, saying, "This isn't the Portuguese league," referring to the different level of competition Amorim is now up against. Meanwhile, Rúben Amorim insisted that this crushing defeat would not shake his belief in the playing philosophy he's implementing at Manchester United. The Portuguese manager remained defiant, vowing to stick with his approach despite the team's ongoing struggles. Amorim stated that he would only alter his methods if he chose to do so himself, and if not, the club would need to find his replacement. This loss intensified scrutiny on Manchester United's performance under Amorim's stewardship. The pressure is mounting on the former Sporting CP boss to prove his approach can steer United back to winning ways. Meanwhile, the victory underscored Manchester City's dominance in the Manchester Derby, reaffirming their status as a formidable force in the Premier League. This derby highlighted the stark contrast between the two sides. City, under Guardiola's guidance, played with supreme confidence and clinical precision, while United remained mired in inconsistency. With this result, Amorim must swiftly find solutions to lift his team's performance, or the risk of losing the faith of fans and the club's hierarchy will only grow. Manchester United's doubts over Amorim prompt search for replacement. Manchester United's manager, Ruben Amorim, is facing mounting pressure, with speculation growing that the club may soon seek a new direction. Reports suggest that Aston Villa's Unai Emery is the prime candidate to replace him, and the Red Devils are urged to act swiftly to secure the Spaniard's services. Almost a year has passed since Amorim took the reins from Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford, yet tangible progress remains elusive under the Portuguese manager's leadership. Amorim has introduced a three-at-the-back system, a tactical shift that has become a hallmark of his tenure. However, despite its consistent application, the system has failed to deliver results, with lackluster performances becoming a recurring theme. Critics argue that Amorim's unwillingness to adapt his approach is stifling the team's potential, leaving fans and pundits frustrated with the lack of improvement. The team's most recent outing, a comfortable defeat away to Manchester City, underscored these concerns. Pep Guardiola's side barely needed to exert themselves to claim victory, highlighting United's tactical deficiencies. Amorim's persistence with his preferred formation yielded predictable results, with the Red Devils languishing in 14th place in the Premier League table at the weekend's close. In response to these struggles, Manchester United have reportedly identified Unai Emery as their top target should they decide to part ways with Amorim. Emery, currently at the helm of Aston Villa, is said to be experiencing some unrest at his club following a disappointing start to their campaign. This could present United with an opportune moment to pursue the experienced Spanish manager. There is little doubt that Emery represents a significant upgrade over Amorim. While the Premier League season is still in its early stages, Amorim's tenure has shown scant promise over the past year. His rigid adherence to a system that fails to maximize the potential of United's talented squad has raised serious questions about his suitability for the role. Emery, by contrast, has demonstrated adaptability and a proven track record in the Premier League. His transformative impact at Aston Villa, where he elevated the club from mid-table obscurity to Champions League qualification, speaks volumes about his managerial acumen. Emery's flexibility and tactical nous could provide the spark United so desperately need. At United, certain players have struggled to shine under Amorim's management. The likes of Luke Shaw and Manuel Ugarte have underperformed this season, yet both continue to feature regularly in the starting lineup. Amorim's reluctance to adjust his selections or tactics risks further alienating fans and jeopardizing the team's chances of a recovery. With United's campaign faltering, the case for pursuing Emery grows stronger. While there is no guarantee that Villa would release their manager, their own underwhelming start to the season could make negotiations feasible. United's hierarchy must act decisively if they hope to salvage their season before it slips beyond repair. The coming weeks will be critical for Amorim, whose stubbornness may ultimately cost him his position. A move for Emery, with his proven pedigree and adaptability, could be the key to turning Manchester United's fortunes around. The club's leadership must now weigh their options carefully to ensure they do not miss this chance to restore their competitive edge. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.